Welcome to the F word, and in case you're wondering what the F stands for, it's food, of course.
I've taken over this restaurant, and for the next 9 weeks, I'll be cooking seasonal 3-course meals for 60 invited diners. I've adapted my restaurant recipes so that everything I cook here is something you can cook at home.
Between now and Christmas, we're going to eat, drink, talk food.
If it's on your plate, in your fridge, or in your supermarket, it will be here.
Right, Sarge, ready? Yep. Let's go, yes? And I want the foie gras nicely coloured, Ronnie, yes?
Yes, Gordon.
Let's go. Greg, taste everything. And we're working together, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like it, does it? This Saturday sees the launch of the National Vegan Week, and in order to help celebrate, we're doing an amazing starter of lentils, cooked with carrots, leeks and celeriac, finished with a slab of foie gras.
Also on the menu tonight, a fantastic herb-crusted rack of lamb that you can make this weekend. Just 59 days to go, meet the F Word Restaurant's Christmas dinner.
Anthony all over the stone! Oh, no!
And I filled the place with women to launch my campaign to get women back in the kitchen. Amongst the diners is Martin McCutcheon, who can't even boil an egg.
I don't have saucepans or frying pans. I don't own one. And I've got paper plates, because then I can just chuck it in the bin. I don't have to wash it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Quick. Now, foie gras can be duck liver or goose liver. This is actually duck liver, and it actually looks like a sort of block of butter. We get it really nice and crispy on the sides, and inside it should be served slightly pink, but you've got to be quick. If you leave it in the pan too long, it disappears. Let's go.
Most people would never think of cooking foie gras, but it's so simple. Don't leave it to the restaurant chefs, try it at home. It's easier than frying an egg.
Good. More salt in there, please. Come on, taste it. First of all, let me show you. Don't worry about starting with oil, you know that. Because foie gras is 90% what?
Fat.
Fat. So why are you putting fat in the pan?
Stupidly.
Stupidly. Which piece of them would you put in first?
The biggest.
Why?
Because it takes longer to cook.
Good. Second biggest. Third biggest. And smallest in. Right. Now, we take it off the heat.
Yeah.
There's enough heat in there to still colour it. Tilt the pan. Helps cook the back of the foie gras, yes?
Okay.
Back on the heat. And turn it around again. Look at the difference in colour now, through there. Now it's starting to break down. And tilt the pan back up, and then just a little glaze over. Yeah? Nicely. And they should all come out evenly, yes?
Yeah.
Turn them around again. Carefully, yes?
I'm serving the foie gras on a bed of puy lentils. Don't use red lentils, as they'll turn to mush. They're cooked together with what we call a brunoise. That's finely chopped vegetables that have been sautéed. Then I bind the whole thing together with a fragrant herb vinaigrette.
Foie gras on the lentils, let's go. Are you happy with those?
Yes, chef.
Wipe the plates. Go, send it. Second time, Matthew. Table 5.
Foie gras excites a lot of passion because some people think it's cruel, but I think it's delicious, and you should try everything at least once.
I was a foie gras virgin before I came here, and I really wanted to try it, so definitely a good choice.
It tastes like butter. It tastes like the most delicious, velvety, buttery, creamy deliciousness that just slivers down your throat. It's the most fabulous taste in your mouth, and it's slightly crispy, but then inside it's all just like velvet stroking you inside your mouth. It's delicious.
Well, I thought the starter was quite nice, actually, really lovely, nice and smooth, worked well with the vegetables, and it's something that I couldn't possibly cook myself, really.
I heard the girl on the next table say, "Oh, I'm not eating that." So we kind of had a word with our waiter, who negotiated that plate came over here as well.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You well?
Yeah, really well, thank you very much.
Enjoy the foie gras?
Yeah, lovely, really
Yeah?
nice foie gras.
So how many times a week would you eat out, normally?
Well, I eat out loads because I can't cook to save my life. I've probably got a few crackers and some crunchy nut cornflakes in the cupboard.
Mum must have taught you how to cook somewhere along the line, no?
Well, she tried, but she kind of gave up with me when I was about 22. She got me a wok. I said, you can't go wrong, you should chuck everything in and cook it. And I cooked fish with vegetables, and I didn't cook the fish properly. And I was sick for about 12 days, and since then I was so ill, Gordon, I can't do it again.
So you prefer eating out rather than cooking?
God, yeah, especially when I've got someone like you cooking for me. How can I compete with that?
Main course, rack of lamb.
Ooh, lovely.
Boulanger potatoes, courgettes, provençal, tomatoes, herbs, light vinaigrette again. I'll be back after that.
right.
Please eat it all.
I will.
In fact, the only thing I want you to leave are the bones.
Do you know what? You're the man of my dreams. You're the first man who's told me to make sure I eat it all.
Clean plate.
I've never had that problem.
Enjoy your lamb.
I will.
Pink, medium, well done.
For me, well done.
No chance. Pink.
Oh no, I've got to eat raw meat now.
Oh dear, Mr. Colin.
Gordon.
Another day, another meal.
Yep, another day, another meal.
Do you ever feel guilty going out to eat for a living?
I never feel guilty about anything at all.
And what's the wonder what it'd be like to actually be a food critic, sort of 365 days a year?
Unimaginably good. So much better than being a chef, I can't tell you.
Listen, before Christmas, it's really important. I would love to have a food critic in the kitchen just to show you an insight to what it's like doing a full day's work and being up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's like saying to a policeman, I'd like you to spend a day in prison. I know it's bad in there. That's why I'm not in there.
As a critic, what do you think of the starter?
I've had better, but then I have so much. It's a great piece of foie gras.
Yeah.
You know, they're from nice ducks, aren't they?
Yeah, they're Hungarian.
Yeah, but in terms of the provenance of it, it's nice to know at least that it came from. I'm quite nutty about that sort of thing.
There is a rumour, OK, that you went into a restaurant once and actually asked the name of the pig before you ate it.
Yes, I have done that, but really the name of the farm will do. And even though you laugh at me, you're more and more into this. You've got something going on at home which is fairly sort of Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall style, haven't you?
I mean, I live in the city. I want my children to learn and understand where their food comes from. What's this for?
For the turkeys to live in.
That's right. And why have they got so much space?
So they can run around.
Run around and get what?
And get exercise. Get
Exercise. Exactly, get fat and get exercise.
Surprise, surprise, Gordon's had one of his fantastic ideas, which I'm not exactly over the moon about. He's decided that we are going to grow Christmas lunch. He wants to make the children understand that Christmas lunch, actually comes from somewhere, not just from the supermarket. So we're going to fatten up the turkeys and grow our own vegetables.
But Meg, I think you're going to get really attached to them, you know that? Holly, they'll be tough old birds. I want to hear the noise, though. No louder. Lily Pie, go, quick, jump on, come on, quick. Jump, and again jump, and again jump. They've got to be in this pen, and we've got to keep them away from the foxes.
Okay.
We've got a problem in this setting with foxes because there's a lot of them around, there's woods behind. What we're going to do is enclose everything with wire, chicken wire, and we're going to bury that into the ground 18 inches.
Who's going to help me?
Me.
My once perfect garden that I've spent all summer having landscape gardeners is now going to be ruined.
If you're naughty, you're sleeping out here with the turkeys as well. Yes?
Yes, Dad.
OK. You understand why we're here, don't you? Yeah? We're going to choose 6 of these birds to take home, OK, to fatten up for Christmas. Are you hungry? Would you like to eat one?
We have both bronze and white turkeys. They're all free range, so there's very little difference in it. The bronze are just a little bit gamier in flavour, and it's just personal preference, really.
Chris, need 6 turkeys for Christmas. The idea of bringing them in here today was to sort of give them a sense of where they come from, to make them understand that Christmas Day isn't just coming out of a supermarket. Jack, have you caught one yet? Come on!
We've got 4,000 turkeys here
4,000.
on this farm, yeah.
So how old are they?
These are 16 weeks old, these
16,
ones.
and they go right up to 24.
Well, these will be about 24 weeks.
And what's the difference in weight?
We'll sell the bronze turkeys from about 7 or 8 pounds oven ready right up to sort of 30 pounds oven ready.
30 pounds. OK, 3 more. Matilda, you've got one. Bye, Chris. Thank you.
Turkeys need a diet which is rich in cereals, and so we put at least 70% wheat, barley, oats into the diet, and that gives us a lovely finish, and that gives you a marvellous Christmas lunch.
Tilly, Daddy's driving, they're shitting themselves. There you go. hold on then. Welcome him home. Now, we have to think of some names for them. And I thought, OK, because there's 6 of them, OK, we've got 1 each, OK? Yes. We'll name them after chefs. OK? Yes? Yours is called Gary. That's the one with a spiky bum.
Gary!
Gary! Yours walks a bit funny, so we'll call him Jamie. Oh, no, look. There it is, the stubborn one down the end, the one who wants to be on the lonely bird. That's Delia. What's yours called, Lily Pie? Anthony, that's right, the little dumpy one. Like you.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack, look after Nigella. This is the real sort of happy, chirpy chappy with a big neck. We'll call him Ainsley. Lily, why don't we take them through and just show them the oven very quickly?
No, don't!
Open the door.
No! Help! Daddy, no!
Yes, he'll fit in. Right, listen. We've got to roast them soon.
Daddy, don't!
Anthony shit all over the stove! Oh, no! Hey! Oh. And let's just check he's underneath there, look. Right, put him into bed now, please. Come on, Anthony, move your ass. Get in there. That's right. Do you want a little kiss on the breast? No, all right. Only asking. Right, come on, say good night.
Night, Delia.
Right, Chris.
Hi, Gordon.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Lovely meal.
Good. That's slightly different from eating turkey, however.
Yeah, but I have got to sort of just make sure my turkeys are fine with you.
I can guarantee that the turkeys are in fine order, getting very plump and shitting everywhere.
Just put it down to experience.
Yep.
You know, where there's money.
Any tips that you may have that I could pick up on to sort of, I suppose, make them feel a little bit more at home?
Just make sure they've got plenty of room,
yes.
Got plenty of food, water, and you let them in and out each day on time, OK?
Right.
And maybe give them a bit more grass when they've eaten off all the grass in that little pen you got them in.
Give them more grass?
It's worth it.
So Nigella's plump breasts are going to taste a lot better than more grass than my back garden she eats.
I reckon so, yeah.
Welcome back to the F Word, the place that you can find out everything you need to know about food. Next up is the main course. Season the courgettes, yes? Fresh basil in there? Yeah. I'll open it up and season it. Let's go. Main course tonight is the beautiful rack of lamb served with a boulanger potato and sauté courgettes with tomato provençal. And I'd never ever thought I'd ever say this, I promise. However, here's one I made earlier. Rack of lamb. This is the Rolls-Royce of lamb. It is every chef's dream to cook this. In kitchens, especially in my kitchens, we always season on plates because we don't want to waste any salt, pepper. So once we've seasoned from a height, we then get the rack of lamb and almost sort of rub it in and let the lamb absorb all that salt and pepper, so we're wasting nothing.
Hot pan, olive oil.
It's simple mathematics. No colour, no flavour. Get some colour on there.
Skin side down, hot oven, 7 to 8 minutes. Herb crust.
I'll just pick some parsley in.
Parsley, rosemary, thyme.
That parsley gives it a really nice dark green colour.
Great parmesan and season.
And then just a drizzle of olive oil to bring it together.
Blitz it.
Comes out amazing, eh?
Firm with the spring, and it will be cooked perfectly pink. Dijon mustard.
Whilst it's hot, the sort of mustard absorbs and melts quickly into the fat and just makes it a lot more flavoursome. And it's almost like sort of dipping your lolly in sherbet.
Crisp the breadcrumbs, 3 to 4 minutes.
onto the plate.
Herb-crusted rack of lamb, done.
Right, how long for the lamb?
2.5 minutes, Miss Gordon.
Let's go. I want it together, yes? 5 and 5, yeah? Let's go. I'm joined by a hand-picked kitchen brigade. Over there is Ronnie. He's been with me now nearly 3 years. Quite a delicate touch and a bloody good cook. Greg, this guy used to be a management consultant until he saw the pilot light, and he cooks as if he's been in the kitchen 20 years. He's only been in trade 3 years. And every chef has a right-hand man, and my right-hand man is Sarge. He's been by my side now for close to 10 years. The other two cooks in the kitchen, who look absolutely petrified, are our trainees. We call them commies.
Matthew's a 20-year-old waiter who's desperate to make the step into the kitchen. Miller is 24 and works in corporate hospitality. She's passionate about food, but can she handle being bossed about?
Move your ass.
Neither of them has worked in a professional kitchen before.
With the lamb, we're serving a boulanger potato. The most important thing about this particular potato is like a layered cake. Got these wonderful caramelised onions, potatoes, onions, and then it's cooked with a really nice stock, so it acts as a bit of a sauce. Perfect for this time of year, and perfect with a lamb. Lamb, please.
Boulanger potatoes are easy to cook, but look sophisticated and are absolutely delicious. Simply fine slice potatoes and lay them in a dish with sautéed onions. Season between the layers and pour some chicken stock over the top. Into the oven for 15 minutes and that's it. Like dauphinoise, but if anything, healthier and easier.
Let's go, Ronnie. Lamb in. 4 minutes on the hot plate.
Yep.
And serving with the lamb, we've got the sort of sautéed courgettes with tomato, like provençal, finished with a little bit of basmati vinegar. Courgettes are a very difficult vegetable to cook because a lot of people don't cook them enough. So therefore they get a little bit slimy. But sautéing them in olive oil, beautifully done with salt, pepper, finished with a tablespoon of basmati vinegar. It's a really nice way of eating them. Just smell that now in front there. Smell in there. Yes? OK. How long for the first lamb?
2.5, please, Gordon.
How long? No, come on. Yeah, no, I started already. I said both, 5 and 5. Come on, let's go then.
Yeah.
Yes? 2.5, right. I want 2 pans done at any one time.
Sarge?
Don't say anything yet.
Yes.
Come on, Matthew.
How long on that lamb? Never thought I'd say that.
No. Listen, don't it. Come here. Hey, I'm helping you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Don't take the piss out of me.
Sorry.
I'm helping you. So what the are you shouting at me how long for
Sorry,
the lamb?
chef.
Or are you that stupid? So I'm here to help you, and now you're shouting at me how long the lamb.
Yeah.
Slice the lamb.
Yeah.
Do it yourself.
Sorry, chef.
Let's go, Miller.
Stupid.
Pull the plates in towards you so you can see them all the way around. Shake the bottle, Miller. Shake the bottle. Why are we shaking it, Miller?
To make sure it's emulsified.
So, exactly. So it's evenly distributed. Come on, let's go. Right, let's go. Come on. Yes. Come on, Matthew. Start sending. Start sending, Matthew. Clean your plates. Come on. 6 on 5, Miller, yes? Matthew, 6 on 15, yes? Check what you're doing. Go.
I've got 6 on 15, please.
Let's go.
So to follow, rack of lamb, pomme boulangère, and courgette à la provençale.
It's enormous.
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic.
Bonne continuation.
Let's go. Work with both hands, Matthew. Speed up. Ladies, how are we doing? Yeah, good to see you. I'd like to see you with a bone in your mouth. Happy?
Very happy.
Yes, good.
I thought it was lovely. The lamb was cooked to perfection. I love the lamping.
You're going to finish that?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'll get upset if you don't finish it, you know that. How many glasses of wine have you had?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot, fantastic, yes? Good to see you.
I was vegetarian until 2 weeks ago, and I'm converted 110% now. I did think it was a bit pink, but the taste is just fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Laughing and singing, hello.
Oh, no, you devoured it, you finished it.
Do you know what? I loved it.
Serious?
I've never had lamb rare before. I've always been a bit scared of the blood, but I love this. It's nice, not too much blood oozing out.
No, and this time of year, autumn, has to be the perfect time. You said you don't cook at home. You must sort of cook something. Must be I don't know.
I do toast, and I do scrambled eggs. In a microwave, you put it in, I put a little bit of butter and a bit of sea salt in because it makes me feel like a chef.
You cook scrambled egg?
Yeah.
In a microwave?
Yeah. I don't have saucepans or frying pans. I don't own one. And I've got paper plates because then I can just chuck it in the bin. I don't have to wash it.
Beautiful kitchen, nothing in
No
it.
No plates?
Nothing.
Microwave to cook scrambled egg in? Have you got any knives in the kitchen?
A couple of normal ones, yeah.
I'm going to borrow you just for 2 minutes. I'm going to show you something absolutely crucial in the kitchen.
No.
Don't worry about that now. Just for 2 minutes. Now, The most important thing about being in the kitchen, okay, is learning, okay, to sharpen a knife.
Goosebumps. Oh,
No, goosebumps where?
There.
They're absolutely fine. Right. Okay, what's that called? That's a...
Looks like something you measure rings on. Don't you know measure rings in the jewellers?
Oh, shit. That's a steel.
Okay.
So we hold the steel now, left hand, and you sharpen a knife. That way you can cut your vegetables nice and thin, you can cut your meat nice and thin, you can slice your fish. Right, left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Yeah, OK, so...
That's in my left hand now.
Hold that in that hand. There, right. Just nice and slowly. Bend the wrist and show some flexibility on the wrist. There you go. Nice and slow. Careful you don't cut yourself. There you go.
I never thought I'd be doing anything like this with you, Gordon.
Just like 9.5 weeks. There you go. Now, bend that wrist. It's too stiff, the wrist. So you're left-handed or right-handed?
I'm scared. That's
What's wrong with your wrist? There's no flexibility in that wrist. There. Now, you... No. Grace it. Nice big, long strokes. Nice big, long strokes of the knife. And there you go. Close your eyes. There you go.
There we go. Fabulous.
All
Why
the
do I
way
have to
down.
close my eyes?
Yeah, no, because you just listen to the noise. Hear the noise.
Okay.
Yes?
There we go.
Yeah.
Bit
there
of
you
rhythm.
go. Look, there you go. That's nice. There you go. OK. So now you know how to sharpen a knife.
Is there anything else you want me to do?
For now? No.
Yay! I can go back.
There you go. Jesus Christ almighty. OK, 5 lamb, yes?
Oh, I thought, oh, God, he's going to get me to cut carrots really quickly with this knife. I can just feel it. He said that my wrist was too stiff.
You probably weren't relaxed.
I said I was scared. And then he was sort of a bit of an innuendo with it, and I thought, I'm not happy about that.
I loved
that would do me no good whatsoever.
Your concentration face.
Oh, I know, but he said, close your eyes. I thought, oh, God, what's he going to do to me? I've got a knife in my hand. That's a brave man to ask me to have a knife and sharpen it with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
That's a brave man. Gordon Ramsay, you're a brave man. Goodness gracious, I'm shaking.
How's it going, mate?
How's lamb?
Absolutely fantastic. It's really, really good. A very manly dish, and I noticed that you've got almost exclusively women in the restaurant tonight. Is this you trying to set me up with somebody, or what's up?
I'm launching a campaign to get women back in the kitchen.
Oh, you dog. Do you think they want to go there? No.
And do you know what? I'm fed up with the customers coming into the kitchen. 90% of them now.
Well.
They're all cooking at home. They're male.
I'm amazed, though. You actually went to the lengths of commissioning a survey to prove your point. And this proved apparently that 3/4 of women who can't cook, it's not that they can't cook and they don't care. They can't cook, they regret it.
I'm personally going on a mission now to invite every woman in the country, OK, to get me in their kitchen. I'm going to offer my services to the women of Britain starting tonight.
Excuse me, sir.
Our survey showed that more men than women find cooking a pleasure, while more women believe it's a chore. I've been out and about across the country, and I've been shocked by what I've found.
And look, brand new pan, never been used before. The place is more set out like a cocktail bar as opposed to a kitchen.
Over the next 9 weeks, I'm going to be helping women across the country to get back in their kitchens.
Why can't you cook?
I am a bit clumsy.
I know how to do it. I know you're supposed to do that.
I poisoned my best friend.
Oh, dear. From steak and chips to Sunday roast, they'll discover the pleasure of cooking for their friends, their families and themselves.
Smells fantastic. It does. It never smells like this.
And in return, I want to promise that each woman will say goodbye for good to meals of Chardonnay and crisps.
How many tins of baked beans have you got?
And hello to fantastic home-cooked food.
I've never had that many people sat around my table.
What about around the poor mummy? Yeah, thank you, mummy. Thank you, mummy. Wait, tell the neighbours, the kitchen's been used! The kitchen's been used!
Right, well, Gordon reckons there must be millions of women in Britain who can't cook, and so he plans between now and Christmas to get as many of them as he can back in the kitchen. So he's asked me to tell you that if you're a woman and you can't cook and you think he could help, get in touch with us via the website. Better still, if you're a man and you've got a daughter or a wife or a sister who can't cook, let us know and we'll see if we can't do you a favour. And I tell you what, if you can cook, get in touch with us anyway, especially if you're single. Put my name on it. Maybe enclose a photograph.
The production, the people on Star Now, the people on the
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Enjoy lamb?
I love my lamb.
Enjoy the foie gras?
Fabulous.
When was the last time you cooked in the kitchen?
The weekend.
At the weekend?
Yeah.
When was the last time you cooked in the kitchen?
A month ago.
A month ago. See, Jane? Yeah. My campaign to get women
Further back than that.
to get women back in the kitchen. The campaign was launched because over the last 4 or 5 years, 90% of the people coming into my kitchen, and fascinated about the cooking, are not the women. They're sat at the table having wine and cocktails.
Yeah, but that's because the men have got time to come into... You know, you can spend 24 hours marinading a gherkin, but women have got other things.
Yeah, no, I totally
We've got
agree
the kids, we've got the housework. You don't do the housework.
Yes,
When
I
did
do
you
the
not?
Men have fallen in love with the kitchens. Women have fallen out of love with their kitchens.
Well, these two are too young, but us two, we were the
It's
generation...
a really good argument now, you know that.
No, we were the generation, we were told we would be having it all.
Yeah.
We're not having it all, we're doing it all.
Right.
And we haven't got time to go
cook.
in the kitchen and ponce about marinading something for 24 hours. The only reason you can do that is because you've got a lovely wife who's at home with your Guantanamo Bay turkeys
Guantanamo Bay.
in the garden.
Come on, Jane, you owe it to yourself. When was the last time you cooked?
I haven't cooked for ages, I haven't got time. I'm
make
doing
time.
homework, I'm doing housework.
Yes, school runs.
I'm doing work.
Yes, OK.
I'm doing all the things that my husband doesn't do.
My grandmother cooked because she loved cooking. She did all the things that you did without the washing machine
Granny.
and without the Hoover,
Yeah,
without
and
anything else.
done everything Jane just said, but Jane's saying now today's modern woman doesn't have to cook because they're busy.
I haven't got time.
Rubbish.
I think that one of the art and the pride of being a great cook is making that time. Don't go shopping.
But it's not.
Cook.
Yeah, but it's not spending 3 or 4 hours in the kitchen. It's just cooking. Less time with the nails, less time with the hair, more time in the kitchen, Jane.
The nails, can we look at the nails?
Less time with the nails, less time with the hair, more time in the kitchen, Jane.
Rubbish.
Busy, busy. See ya. Dear, oh dear. Welcome back to the F word. Now, it's dessert time, and that means bread and butter pudding. And the reason why it is a bread and butter pudding, because Al Murray challenged me to make one better than him.
Each week on the F word, a guest will attempt to beat me by making their favourite dessert. We'll each use our own recipe for the same pudding, and a panel of blind tasters will choose their favourite. The winning dessert will be served to the restaurant diners. Bring it on, Kojak. You haven't got a hope.
Right, Mr. Murray, you really think you can cook better than me?
Oh, yeah, Gordon.
You're having a laugh, aren't you?
No. This is, you know, dead simple. This is the whole Murray food philosophy.
Simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
OK, so it's a thick-cut loaf, currants, bit of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds disgusting. Is that it?
It's not disgusting.
So how many eggs you put in there?
3.
You tight bastard. In my bread and butter pudding, I'm going to use 3 whole eggs and 3 egg yolks, so it gets really nice, rich, delicious custard. Can you stop watching me? Because I think you were trying to steal my recipe. Would you like to be a proper chef one day?
Oh, God, no. No.
What would put you off the hours?
You, mate.
What do you mean, me?
Well, you know, clearly plays havoc with a person, being a chef. I mean, I've hung out with Sarge a lot, and he's not normal.
So what have you done first? Tell me.
Well, I've done the bread. I've buttered the pan. You have to butter the pan, children.
Yeah.
Butter the pan, or it won't come off the pan when you're washing it up.
What are you flavouring your custard with?
Well, sugar and lemon.
No alcohol?
No alcohol, no. Are you putting alcohol in yours?
Do you know, it's sort of autumn, so I'm going to put a little bit of Bailey's cream in there.
That's classy.
You know what ladies like when they love Bailey's and ice?
It's a fruit-based drink for the lady, yeah.
You know, and do you know what? It just makes that a little bit moreish.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe you.
You see, my baguettes are 24 hours old.
Are they?
Yes.
That's what I'd heard.
So because the drier they are,
yeah,
the more custard they absorb.
The more custard they absorb.
Yeah, like you've got big, fat, stodgy bread. Yeah. It's not going to absorb any custard. It's going to like eating dry bread. Ow. You can't do that to our customers.
They're your customers. I'm not here next week.
So what do you put at the bottom of your dish?
Butter, and then the bread. And then the bread on top. Buttered bread on top of the butter.
You see, I'm putting a little bit of surprise at the bottom of mine.
Oh, that's exciting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what you're actually doing here. What's this?
Dried cranberries.
Oh, they're delicious.
Aren't they? Aren't they?
It's just a relief I've got cystitis, because that's exactly what I need.
I know, come on. Hey, that's unfair. Now, I haven't tasted yours.
That's good for the urinary tract, that is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is, actually. Have you soaked these?
Yes.
They're quite juicy.
Just in hot water, that's all, just to sort of rehydrate them a little bit.
Oh, right. So anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, you get the custard, right, which I didn't bother cooking, right, because there's no point, it's just going to cook in the oven anyway, right? He's complicating it again. And you pour the custard in, on top, you put the raisins on, I've got some raisins left. You see, this is how I cook in a haphazard manner, ladies and gentlemen. I defy anyone to argue with my bread and butter pudding.
OK, whilst Al is making this bread and butter sandwich full of raisins, what we've got here is the most amazing sort of soaked 24-hour-old baguette, and it's done with a sort of Bailey's custard. In between the layers, we've got sultanas, golden raisins, a little bit of apricot jam, and then we're going to cover the top of that with sugar so it caramelises as it cooks in the oven. And that's going to be 10 times better than old Sheffy's over there that tastes like stale bread that's been dipped in ale and left outside for 3 weeks, and even the cat won't eat it. OK, ready for the oven?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Here it comes.
Now, just before it goes in there, just have a look.
Yeah.
And even before they're cooked,
yeah,
you know exactly which one's going to come out best with their blind tasters.
That one.
Oh, come on, Al.
The normal one.
You know, it's not down to the appearance, is it?
No, it's down to the taste. What matters is the taste, yeah.
Taste, taste, taste. OK, you want to say a little prayer before...
No.
No?
I'm a believer.
You're a believer. OK, good luck, my man.
Thank you.
It looks dry.
Oh,
it looks
yeah,
dry. God, dear.
Blimey, what a nerve on that Al Murray, eh?
I'll say. It's only bread and butter pudding, you know that?
Mm.
You wouldn't like that, would you?
I wouldn't mind.
Because it's not posh food, is it?
I don't eat only posh food.
You do?
I don't. If I'm drunk, I'll eat anything. But when you're drunk, you wake up in the morning, you don't know what you've eaten, you don't really care.
Substance.
Yeah, but it's the same way you wake up in the morning next to Edwina curry and the wrappings of a doner kebab.
Oh, Christ.
Which is worse?
The kebab.
Yeah. You're a gentleman. I'm a restaurant critic. I eat only in the finest restaurants. I know what food I'm eating, I know where it's farmed, I know how it gets to my plate. I don't accept anything less. Unless I'm drunk. And as licensing laws change, people are going to be drunk all night, there's going to be nothing else open, and they'll make the same kind of decision as me more and more, which is the terrible one of eating a doner kebab. There you go. And so we have a first in the annals of food history. A doner kebab purchased stone cold sober. I've got to say, I didn't know that it looked like that. In fact, I didn't know that it smelled like that. I think before I eat another one of these, I'm going to have to find out exactly what goes into it. I've got to find out, at the very least, if it's even meat. Now, of course, some kebab shops make their own kebabs, but most get them from a factory, like this one in Burton-on-Trent. The idea of kebab and factory in the same sentence seems a bit wrong. I don't eat food from factories very often. I have no idea what kind of terrible things go on in there. The kind of myths and rumours I've heard make me feel sick. But I am going to go and have a look. $700 million are sold in the UK each year, and this factory alone produces 50 tonnes of kebab meat every week. But meat can mean all sorts of horrible things. And I'm hoping Dominic Jolivet, the quality assurance manager here, can tell me exactly what we're all eating. My word, look at that, look at that. It's real meat, it's like a butcher's shop. I had no idea that anything even resembling part of an animal went into a kebab.
Well, as you can see here, they're trimming up all lamb breast.
Right, and the lamb breast is not being used by supermarkets or restaurants because...
Very small, because there's not a high demand for it. As you can see, a bit fatty.
Bit fatty.
Very finicky to get, you know, nice chunks of meat out of.
And the fact that this stuff would normally just get thrown away ends up in a doner kebab, that's a good thing. And is that the end of the story? What else? Are there other carcasses?
There is other trim as well. I'll show you. We also use lamb fronts and shoulders. What happens is with these, the supermarkets sell the lamb cutlets and the legs.
This is lovely kind of
chump stock.
loins in there, isn't it?
Well, these are what you call the neck end.
God, there's a neck fillets, though. You can eat them nicely.
Well, what we do with these, we take these out and we sell these as shish.
I am getting closer to eating a doner kebab sober, I think.
It's fair to say, it's very, very good quality product.
So, Dominic, what have we got here? This is slightly different. These are frozen fellows. What's that?
This is beef, actually.
This is beef?
Well, that's it, because some of our customers, we do a lamb and beef product.
Right. And would a customer in the street know whether it's...
No, they probably wouldn't do it. Somebody who knows their kebabs would do.
Yeah, because the point is that someone like me, who's very finicky about the kind of meat that I eat, lamb is very limited to how intensively you can farm it. Everyone's, you know, reasonably safe with that. Beef, the beef market is slightly different post-BSE and everything, and people are a bit more worried about eating beef. It's odd that they would eat it without knowing.
Well, they would have to know, because on a kebab shop, they should declare it. If it says doner kebab, it's a lamb.
Right.
If it says kebab, then it may be lamb and beef.
Ah, that's a crucial distinction to know. It's got to say doner. If it doesn't say doner, it could be anything.
This is where all the spices and herbs are blended.
Oh, get away, herbs and spices in a doner kebab.
We have salt, garlic, oregano, coriander.
So we use an awful... That's incredible, isn't it? That sounds like Gordon Ramsay at Carriages. That's the poshest thing I've ever heard. The doner kebab turns out to be a gourmet production. Thank you. That's fascinating.
This is where we make all the handmade doners, and where the ones that come pumped out in the machine are finished off.
You're the don of the doners, the king of the kebabs, yeah? The sheikh of shish. How long does it take to make one of these whoppers?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a real artist then. I mean, I don't think Gordon Ramsay could do a thing like this. It's lovely stuff. Do you ever sort of nick a bit and eat it as your...
No, I don't eat.
You're not hungry, you've had breakfast.
But
And you can eat it
people
raw,
are,
though.
you can eat it, but nothing wrong with it. But
That's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't think it would fly out of the shops, you. Wait, the skin first?
No, ball first.
Meat? Small?
Yes.
Small, that size, yeah?
You have to measure it like I'm measuring my mind.
I think that's exactly the right size.
No,
so
that's
I need
too big.
No, really? Do you think my balls are getting a little bit too big? Or
One
too
is
quickly?
small, one is big. It doesn't match.
One small, one big, but that does happen. On we go. Is that finished, or do I put another one on?
Yeah. You got to finish all them, in you.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, have I? Oops.
That's your moment of truth.
Look at that. Look at that.
We have to put this one in a museum.
Well, you certainly wouldn't want to put it in your mouth, would you? This one's on the kebab. So here we are then, the first doner kebab ever built by a restaurant critic. As I suspected, it's fantastic. And having seen what goes into it, I have to say I wouldn't probably serve this kind of meat at my own table, but you know what? At least it's meat.
I tell you what, Al, it's not just kebabs that Giles Corrins eats when he's drunk. You know that. Last time he came to my restaurant, we had to tell him the next day what he had for dinner.
You're joking?
He got so pissed, he phoned up the next day to sort of be told what he had the night before.
That's fantastic.
Outrageous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bloody food critics. It's the moment of truth, the bread and butter puddings. Does yours look dry? Look at that first. Beautiful. Huh? And mine's not finished yet, Al.
Oh, of course it isn't.
No, but it's a little glaze, you know that? Yeah? Apricot jam let down with some water. Is that it?
That's beautiful. That is perfect.
God, dear, oh, dear. Are you going to dust yours with icing sugar or something?
No. I can leave mine alone.
Serious? You can't
I've
play
done
with
all
yours?
that can be possibly done with the bread and butter pudding genre here, Gordon.
OK, Jean-Baptiste. Yes? Take the egg sandwich upstairs and take my bread and butter pudding alongside it, please. Yes? Yeah, and make sure you've got some sick bags for the sandwich. Welcome back. Now, for me, a very crucial time, because it's now the time to find out which dessert is the winner. Is it my delicious sumptuous bread and butter pudding, or is it that sort of sliced white bread egg sandwich of Al Murray's? Pretty obvious, isn't it? The moment of truth.
It's important that the pudding judges know what they're talking about, so I tested the palates of our diners as they arrived. The ones who could recognise different flavours will go on to choose which dessert is best. They're blindfolded, so they're only assessing the food by taste. A lucky break for Al. If his was judged by looks, it would be disqualified straight away.
I want you to identify these combinations. First combination. Ready, Vic? Open, wide, and in. Open wide, please. What is in there? What does that taste of?
I don't know what that is at all.
What's the fruit first? You should know what that is. Grape.
Grape.
Mm-hmm.
Beef and apricot jam. Is it a fish?
What does that taste of? Something fruity, anyway.
Roast pork
Roast pork
with apple.
with apple. Well done. So that is what?
That's
Apple.
horrible.
Was that, it was really chewy and bouncy, like a slug or something.
Off the spoon.
Had that with my sushi last night.
So that is what?
Roe.
Well done. Now, open wide. Apple. Lovely.
Okay.
Here we go.
I can taste strawberries. No, not strawberries, tomato.
Cool, thank God you said that.
Some kind of grass.
Grass?
I don't know.
Chew it and taste and...
I don't really like it. Or, it's a bit pepperminty.
Would you like to smoke it? Is that where you get confused? What does it smell of? Come on, Dorothy.
Definitely seafood.
Seafood.
Salmon?
And... Take it all in. Good girl. What's that taste of?
Mozzarella.
Good, well done. What does it smell?
Tomato.
Tomato. What's the green leaf?
Basil.
Well done. Well done, well done, well done.
The ones who got most foods right became our pudding judges. Let's see what they think.
This is dessert dish number 1.
Thank you.
fruity, soft.
You don't like it?
No.
This is dish number 2.
That's much nicer. Yeah, that
There
is
is
nice.
a real difference.
Real
definitely.
difference. You can actually smell it as
The
well.
other one was a bit too soggy.
The moment of truth has finally arrived.
There is one winner,
Of course there's one winner.
and the winner is... Well done, Al.
Get out. Justice! Fantastic! Are you sure?
They found you too heavy, actually.
They found mine too heavy?
Yes, indeed.
That can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, Gordon. So, well done, Al.
You know when you go outside this door, you turn left by the traffic lights, it's called a job centre.
Really, yeah.
Dear, oh dear. Now...
I can't believe that Al's monstrosity is going to be served in my restaurant.
Here we are, Giles.
Oh, my word. Good God, what's that? When am I getting pudding?
It's bread and butter pudding.
You didn't eat it?
No, it was very sweet and it was, you know, it's what you want after something savoury, but it was a bit gloopy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very warm. And
No.
I don't like currants anyway. And I got more currants than anyone or whatever they are. So.
You're quite a fuss pot when it comes to food.
I kind of like to avoid dairy if possible. And I like to avoid bread.
Bread?
Yeah.
Why?
Just because it makes me bloat and I don't feel good in my skinny jeans.
I'm still fascinated, finally, just to almost in my own mind understand why you weren't taught how to cook.
Well, my mum did attempt it a couple of times, and after 4 hours of peeling a potato and then ending up with about that much, because that's what was left.
Peeled it away from that.
Yeah, and she just went, oh, for God's sake, and chucked it in the rubbish, and that was that. And I think that some people are just naturally gifted at it, and I'm not. I'm no good at it.
If there's one perfect thing you'd love to learn how to cook, what would it be?
A roast dinner.
A roast dinner?
Yeah. I'd
Okay.
love to be able to cook a roast dinner. That's
Okay.
one thing that I always love to.
Lamb, beef?
Probably beef.
Beef.
And I want to do really lovely Yorkshire puddings, but there you go.
Roast potatoes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will come round and show you how to cook the perfect Sunday lunch, OK?
Will you really?
Absolute definite.
But where do I get my saucepans and frying pan from first?
You got nothing of that in the kitchen?
I've got my tray in the oven, still unused with the instructions in it. That's how I've never used the oven. I don't even know how to switch an oven on.
I will bring all that with me, OK? Roasting tray, pots, pans, sauces, you name it, I'll bring china plates. As long as you promise me one thing, after I've gone,
Yeah.
you continue doing it.
OK. All right.
Minimum once a month. No, minimum once a month. Yes?
Once a month. OK, once a month we'll cook.
Once a month.
Yeah.
OK.
Oh.
Shall we shake on it? Kiss on it?
Okay.
Mwah. Promise, yes?
Yeah,
once a month,
promise.
minimum. I'll
Once
supply
a month.
everything, you get in that kitchen and cook. Yes?
All right. Yeah.
So, what do you think, Giles?
It's like a wallpaper page.
No, it's not.
No, it's true. I've never put up any wallpaper, so I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. You've never done a day's
And is this just
work in your life.
Is this grilled or is this just allowed to go stale?
No, it's... You see, my grandmother made this. She was an Austrian lady. She liked the crunch.
And when did you make it? 1943?
Now you're beginning to upset me.
I don't
You're on the
need
verge
to.
of insulting my
It's
family.
what always happens with restaurant criticism. It turns out that... No, because your grandmother was a great woman.
Yes, she certainly was. And she endured the Blitz to give you this recipe. In your time, you've kissed the most amazing guys, yeah? Hugh Grant and Ross Kemp and there's one sort of knobby no-mates around here somewhere. Would you ever kiss Giles Corrin?
I don't know who that is.
He's a food critic, writes for the Times. Oh, he's over there, the one with the sort of hairy face. If you saw him, he's sort of helping co-present. He's a journalist and he's single.
I don't do journalists.
You don't do journalists?
Oh, no.
Do you do chefs?
Yeah, I do.
One last request.
What's that?
Okay. I've never seen a sort of girl serve, tea the way you did at Downing Street.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful barmaid in EastEnders.
Thank you.
Just before we go, we've had the starter, we've had the lamb, we've had the pudding. I want you to help Jean-Baptiste, just on a few tables, serve some coffee.
Are you serious?
Like a proper waitress. I want to see what you're like naturally. If you can actually go around the tables with
that
etiquette.
was acting.
Yeah, I know, but...
That's not really me. I've never been a waitress in my life.
Watching you, serve teas and coffees is going to give me an insight to what it's like going round
your kitchen coming round. I'll give you an apron.
But I've got high heels on. I'll just about
That'll
walk
look
in
even
them.
better.
Never mind. Oh,
Just a couple of
You
tables.
just want to watch me
Yes.
watch you pervert. Okay.
Turn around, sweetheart. Okay, right there. Oh, ow. Jesus Christ, you have lots of weight. I'm gonna have to beef you up now. There you go. And now go and serve some coffee. Right, Jean-Baptiste, you have a new waitress.
Oh, see,
Any
I
table.
already.
Any table.
Oh, it's slippy.
Take a tray
Yes.
and just clear tables. Try to clear the cups and the glasses.
Okay. Is this person done, do you think? Are you done? There we go, one table done.
Perfect.
Oh,
Well done.
so chic and so lovely. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining me on the F Word. What a night. If you'd like to come and eat here, then click onto the F Word website. And I can guarantee that next week's dessert will not be a soggy egg sandwich with raisins. Welcome to the F Word. On the menu tonight for our main course, a delicious pan-roasted sea bass with a sweet and sour pepper sauce.
It's gobble gobble, croak as the turkeys breathe their last.
Do I feel any remorse? Do I?
Janet Street Porter sets me straight on my fig tart.
I can give you my word that any women in the audience will not eat pastry. So you're wasting your time.
And my trainees learn that I won't accept second best.
It's only going in one place, darling. That's going in the bin. OK, on order, 6 covers table 2. 6 ravioli, main course, 6 sea bass.
Oui.
Yeah, Colin Jackson, watch that table, please.
Oui. Yep.
Tonight's starter is a duck and chestnut ravioli with a sauce of Jerusalem artichoke. How long, Miller?
1 minute, left
Yeah,
a minute.
spinach then, otherwise I'm going to throw the raviolis back. Let's go, yes?
Stop the spinach.
I've got 3 commies in the kitchen this week. Tama, Miller, and Danny. Only one of them can come back next week. Right, now, first table, Tama. Raviolis are overcooked. Spinach is not ready, yes?
Oui, chef.
How long for yours?
30 seconds.
Let's serve yours first. But can I have the spinach first?
Chef, it's ready.
Too late. Sorry, big boy. Missed your chance. That's cowboy cooking. Not in here. Wakey, wakey, yes?
Yes, chef.
Now we're serving a Jerusalem artichoke sauce with the ravioli. Don't peel them. The flavour's in that skin. Slice it in half and just slice it down, almost like you're slicing shallots. It's important to start soaking them straight away, otherwise they'll go black. Now we sweated them down, we're going to add some chicken stock, but you can add a vegetable stock and keep it as a vegetarian sauce. Bring it up to the boil, turn down the heat, 8 to 10 minutes, and then they're going to be ready for pureeing. Look. And there we have the most amazing Jerusalem artichoke sauce ready for the ravioli. Miller.
Yes, go on.
Far too thick and it's like starch.
We'll put
Yes?
some more stock in it, go on.
I know, Miller.
More stock.
Yes, go on.
You can do something with these as well now, yeah? Start again. Sorry.
Next, the filling for the ravioli.
Duck confit. Basically, it's going to be cooked in its own fat. Get your duck fat and just pour the duck fat over the legs. 180 degrees in the oven for about 1 hour, 45 minutes. Nice and slow.
Next, shred the duck off the bone and add a tablespoon each of chestnut puree, sherry vinegar and double cream. Season with chives and bind it all together.
Get your mix and put it into a nice ball, because that's the shape of the ravioli. But look, you can still see the duck, the chives, the cream, and that's ready to go in between the pasta. 2 discs per portion, duck into the centre of the pasta, and then we use an egg wash around the outside that binds the pasta together. 1 disc on top of the other, place over the ravioli, push down, lift up into your hands, and just squeeze all the air out and go around. And just remember the sort of days when you used to grow up with those flying saucer spaceships with a sherbet in the centre. That's all we're trying to create. Nice round top and a nice round bottom. Most important thing about cooking raviolis is always add a touch of oil to the water. That strengthens the pasta when we put the raviolis in the water and also protects it And then just get the pan and twist the pan from left to right. And what that does, it prevents any ravioli from sticking on the bottom. Turn that gas back up now. Yeah? If you put the 6 in there, the temperature's gone down, so you have to be intelligent now, turn the heat back up a little bit. If it's not boiling, what happens to the ravioli?
It will just break apart.
It will burst, and it will sink to the bottom, and it will stick to the pan, and then we'll throw more away. And with that, you can off home, yeah? Salt, Tama, let's go. Oh, no. Yeah, no, you just put a big clump in there, Miller.
I'll toss it around to him.
Yeah, or take it out. You don't just put a clump in there, otherwise someone's going to have a very salty ravioli, yeah? Get it in the bin and start again.
Chef, I've got 10 seconds, start.
Yeah, that's right.
6.
I don't want all that bullshit, 10, 5. I just give you 1 minute.
Yes, chef.
6 raviolis in.
Oui.
When they're in the water, then you connect with me.
Yes, chef.
Until then, shut the up, OK?
They're going in now, chef.
Let's go. Turn the gas down, please. Yes. OK. Spinach. In the centre of the bowl. And the spinach helps the ravioli stay in place. Now, the juicy artichoke sauce. That is winter at its best. Come on, Tama, come on, you're fast asleep again. Honestly, you're like a big telegraph pole. Come on, big boy, you have got to bend those bones.
Yes, chef.
You know that, yeah? You're about as flexible as a post box. Move, go, table 6. Go. How was your duck ravioli?
It was absolutely delicious.
Yes. This time of year, wintry, sumptuous, rich, chestnuts beautiful.
It is so well balanced, the flavours. Very creamy, it's meaty, perfect.
It's Judgment Day for the turkeys, and it's the first time I've ever slaughtered an animal.
The turkey's time is up. Hugh Foley Whittingstall has popped round to give me some advice on slaughtering the turkeys.
What are your plans for how they're going to be slaughtered?
Chris, the farmer's going to come down and bring a mobile slaughterhouse, a trailer, and do it properly, like, here.
That's brilliant. Has he explained exactly how that's going to be done?
Yeah, it's a very straightforward procedure. They're going to be stun gunned. They'll die instantly, 3 to 4 seconds.
That's definitely the right thing. Get him here, get it done here. And no long journeys, no extra stress.
And any preparation for that? I mean...
Yeah, absolutely. You shouldn't feed them for 24 hours before slaughter.
Really?
Well, because you're going to hang them with the guts in, which is right for developing the flavour. But you want the guts in, but you don't want any shit in there. It can just maybe turn the flavour a little bit on a long hanging.
So now I'm going to starve them for 24 hours before we kill them?
That's just the way it goes. That's almost all animals go to slaughter on an empty stomach. And it's definitely the right thing for the meat.
I also asked Hugh, what's the right way to prepare the kids?
If, as I'm guessing might be likely, most of the kids don't want to see them go to slaughter.
No.
What you should still do, I think, is bring them to say goodbye.
Right.
So that they understand there's a finality.
Okay.
That's it. Bye-bye to the... Today we're going to say goodbye to the turkeys.
Now the morning's arrived for that goodbye.
Bit of a milestone today for the kids. I was dying to get to this particular day because I wanted them to understand exactly the whole objective to why we're doing this. Here we go. No hold, let them out. Can we say goodbye properly?
Come on, Grumpy Bag.
Which one are we going to eat first?
Nigella. Gary.
Why Nigella?
Because he's the biggest.
She's the biggest. Doesn't mean to say she's going to be the tastiest. You know that?
But could we keep their feet?
No, we're not keeping their feet. Right, listen, I want you to say, yes, goodbye to them. We've succeeded in what we set out to do, Meg. Grown our own Christmas lunch. Well done for looking after them. For me, being a chef, of course, it's been an amazing journey for them to understand what it's like to go to the farm, to pick them up, to look after them, to feed them, to clean them, and then to eat them. It's crucial for any child. Bye, turkeys. I'll see you in the oven.
Can I see them being killed?
No, you can't see them being killed, no. 1 minute from now, yes? 4 sea bass in.
Oui, chef.
Let's go. Miller.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Danny. Yes, get on the stove and stop hiding, yes? Welcome back to the F Word. Time now for the main course. Pan-roasted sea bass with a sweet and sour pepper sauce. Sea bass. In French, loup de mer. That means wolf of the sea.
Fillet.
Just
just run the knife all the way down. One nice long swipe. And there you go, one fillet off, easy.
Pepper sauce.
Rather than cut the peppers in half and take out the seeds, just cut around it, leave the seeds in there and do the job once. Almost like as if you're peeling an orange.
Shallots.
Nice hot pan.
Olive oil. Star anise.
The anisey flavour goes absolutely beautifully with the sweetness of the peppers.
Salt. Basil. White wine vinegar. Burma. Reduce.
It gives body to the sauce. Nice, glossy, syrupy.
200 mils of water. Simmer.
It's fresh, it's vibrant, and it goes brilliantly with the sea bass.
Blitz.
Absolutely beautiful bass.
Score. Salt. Thyme.
It just so perfumes the sea bass.
Olive oil.
Skin side down. In it goes. Fingers on top for 30 seconds. 90% of the cooking time will take place in that skin. But you'll know when it's cooked, when it starts turning bright white. Now it's time to turn it over. Just finish it with olive oil.
Sea bass with pepper sauce. Done.
With the sea bass, we're serving braised endive and rice pilaf. Now, endive is something you eat a lot of raw in salads. I quite like it this way because it's sort of roasted, braised, cooked in orange juice, and it's the perfect way of cooking endive, especially in winter. Now that we've got the colour on there, the caramelisation is taking place on the outside, it's time to add a touch of Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier in. Whew. Merry Christmas. Once we've burnt off the alcohol, get your orange juice, give it a good shake, and now, look, orange juice into the pan. Into the oven, 10 to 12 minutes, and by the time the orange juice is evaporated, the endive is cooked. Miller?
Yes, Gordon.
Look at the bass. Miller, it's only going in one place, darling. That's going in the bin. It's burnt.
Sorry.
Start again.
Yes.
No. And Danny, what the are you doing? What are you doing?
I was just making sure this didn't burn, Chef. And
you're making sure the sea bass is burnt. And you've done that already.
No, the sauce, Chef. I just took
the
it
sauce,
off the heat.
Right. Okay. Basically, can you get a grip?
Yes, Chef.
10 portions of sea bass in the bin. Nothing happening.
Yes, Chef.
You're looking busy. We're actually doing nothing. And all you're doing is just spinning around, you know, like this, bobbing around. Nothing's actually been done. Now, there's the top of the endive.
Oui.
Yeah? Get the endive coming back down like this. See that nice little point it had?
Oui.
And place the base of the endive, yeah? At the base of the plate. Look.
Oui.
Yeah? And follow it up. Now watch. Oui. There's the sea bass. There's the top, there's the bottom. Oui. White, the sea bass, on there. Now look. I'm going to show you this one. Watch. Sauce. 1 spoon. Round. And look at the colours. Look. There you go. Well done. Finish it off. How long, Miller, please? Now.
Let's go on.
Look at that there. Look. Yeah? Beautiful. The colours are there. Yes? Do that plate, I'll do this one. Yes? Happy with that?
Oui, Chef.
Are you happy with that?
Oui.
So you should be. Go, please. I've been in another woman's kitchen this week helping her to make the perfect roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
I've changed my mind. See ya.
Hold on a minute. We're going to go perfect Sunday dinner. Roast beef, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, some carrots and cabbage, and then maybe a really nice sort of sexy gravy.
Can I just say in advance
Yes.
that I'm quite an intelligent woman, but when it comes to the kitchen, I don't mind admitting I'm a complete bimbo.
What's that?
Some hollandaise sort of sauce.
Hollandaise salty sauce. No, that's dripping. That's going to make the perfect Yorkshire pudding. So the key to this is to have a time plan.
Right.
Yeah. Everything else after that falls into sync. There's a cloth for you. So always keep your cloth there like that. So you've always got it to hand up and down, not over the shoulder, not left lying around. Okay. And then when you want to touch something in the oven, you can always just hold it there, nip it out. First thing, most important thing, we'll get the beef in. Now season the fat.
Season the fat?
Yeah, because what that does, it gets rid of the water in the fat and makes it a lot more tasty. Start it off on 250 degrees.
250.
There we go.
There's the first one. Put
There we
something
go.
in the oven.
So the first time we stuck one in the oven?
Yeah.
Yorkshire pudding mix. 1, 2, and then finger and thumb in, and just lift open. 1 egg. Okay?
You've got a bit of shell in there.
Where?
There.
You saw it out.
Yeah, my nerves are gone.
Okay, well spotted.
He is human.
I'm gonna get some milk, bit of pepper.
Oh my.
So it's fat, so that's gonna help them rise and stop them from sticking.
Do we have to have that much in there? You've put more milk in there.
Yeah, just a tablespoon.
Oh,
just
don't
let
have
it
a
down.
heart attack.
Put that in there. Over we go to the tray. In one. That's it. Good. A little bit more. Good. Whilst the beef is roasting away, they should go zoom. And now we're to do the easy stuff. Roast potatoes.
I have had nights where I'm thinking, God, it would be so great if I could cook right now. Christmas dinner, sometimes I'd like Christmas at mine, and then my mum's like, no, why do we have it at yours? Because then we've got to cook, and we haven't got everything we need there, and we have to bring everything with us.
I like to get the tray on top of the gas ring before it goes in the oven. It just stops it from sticking. Watch your fingers. Rosemary.
Ow, he's bloody spitting.
Yeah, just, but that's the water from the potatoes. Now you can start to see the potatoes colouring a little bit. Let's take the beef. Put your fingers like this and just touch your jaw like that, inside your cheek, yeah?
Mine's very
Yeah.
squidgy.
Yeah. That means it's rare when you hit on the beef like that, so that's still quite rare. If it's medium, it's firm, it's like your chin. Medium, well done.
Medium, well done, sir.
They are absolutely amazing. Just to finish them off properly, the secret is to turn them around, turn them upside down, so they cook underneath.
Oh, look at that.
I'm going to throw in a little bit of onion.
Do you know what? They're doing my eyes in.
Yeah, absolutely right. Dear, oh dear. Shit, they're strong.
I thought you'd make me cry, but because you'd be shouting all about or something, not because of the onions. What are we doing now, gravy?
Gravy. What I'm going to do is just put some of these tomatoes in the bottom. All they're going to do is actually make the gravy a little bit sweet. Yeah, I grew up in a 3-bedroom council estate, shared a bedroom with my brother. This kind of food we didn't eat.
No, I didn't either. There's quite a few foods that I was kind of quite frightened of, I must admit.
Like what?
Well, I mean, the word organic, I immediately thought that was something disgusting for a long time when I was younger. And when people used to say that they were kind of vegetarian, I used to think, ooh,
what's that?
what on earth would you eat then? Because everything, like I say, was chicken, chips and beans, fish, chips and beans.
Yeah.
You know.
And that was it.
And that was it.
A nice knob of butter in there.
Where's the butter?
Butter should be in the fridge.
OK, how big do you want the knob to be?
Pass that through a sieve.
Right, so have I got time to quickly just put a bit of makeup on and brush my hair and make it look like this was completely effortless?
Yep.
Great.
How long? 5 minutes?
Of course, it's natural.
Now, women back in the kitchen.
I know. Right, they're here, and I've set them down. I love my friends, but they are quite judgmental.
Are they?
When it comes to my cooking.
I've never seen her in the kitchen, actually.
Fussy.
They're just dreading it, I think.
Martin cooking, are we a bit worried?
Don't worry about getting everything sort of piping hot. The beef's rested.
Yes.
Yorkshire puddings are served at room temperature. Yeah.
Are you sure they're meant to be served at room
Yeah,
temperature?
no, what we'll do, just before we take the potatoes out, we'll stick them in the oven.
Just a little bit of heat.
Absolute definite. Try and keep the plates nice and clean.
So it looks like I really do know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and you're in control. That beef looks delicious. Yeah, see how it's coming together? Colour. So it's just all almost coming out like a sort of a chain reaction. This has to be your pièce de résistance. Yeah. Crispy and nice and light. Look at that. Yeah, that's it. Good. Ready?
Well, that's it.
Well done, babe.
Oh my
Now,
God.
yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Thank you, babe.
That is probably one of the best Yorkshire puddings I've ever tasted in my life.
I can't stop thinking about that. You've done it. That's what's going through every mouthful. I'm just thinking, oh my God. Smartine.
Don't associate crispy with
Smartine.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Well done. Cheers.
My request that you don't let off the hook. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Right, Danny, Miller, Tama, come here, yes? Now, the brigade are going out, and you're going to cook a table on your own. Yes?
Yes, chef.
OK. The last person on the hot plate is going home.
Chef.
Miller, you got 4 sea bass, table 12. Wait. Danny, you got 6 sea bass, table 8. And you, Tama, have got 5 sea bass, table 5, yes?
Oui.
Whoever doesn't do it up to scratch, OK, is going home. 4 minutes on the hot plate. Move your ass, yes? Pilaf piping hot, sauce beautifully seasoned, sea bass nice and crispy, seasoned with thyme flowers, rock salt in there, yes? Let's go. Come on, Tama. Watch your bass. Don't blow it now, big boy, yeah? Let's go, yes? Good. Cool the pan down. Not enough colour on there, Danny, so I don't know why you're turning them. Look, that looks boiled. We may as well steam the sea bass.
Chef, I'm ready in 1 minute.
1 minute? I'll be very surprised if those sea bass are ready in 1 minute. How long, Danny? Make it count, yes?
3 minutes, chef.
Service, please. Table 5 here. Don't sod the plates up now. Take your time, yes? Come on. We all started off at the same time. However, it's all coming out in different times. Quite interesting. Let's go. Don't you dare send that. Come on, hurry up. Work and talk at the same time. Stop gawping. Oh, all that lovely, delicious food. Now you're going to send it on dirty plates. You ready?
Yes, chef.
Send it then.
OK, can you go, please?
Table 5.
Table 5,
Weren't
chef.
listening. Interesting. Right down the hot plate. How long, Miller, please?
I'm coming up now.
You're coming up now, yes? Table 12, Miller, please.
Table 12.
How long, Danny?
1 minute, chef.
Good, nicely sauced. Very nicely sauced. Bass?
Chef.
Now, that's 1 piece of bass.
Yes.
Yep. And the person sat opposite, we sat with that piece of bass.
Different size.
And they went in the pan at the same time?
So they won't be cooked the same.
Are you happy with that? That's the question I've got to ask you.
No, chef. Not now, no.
I respect your honesty.
Thank you.
Because I'm not happy with that.
4 more bass?
Start again. Service.
Oh, no, I'm going home.
That's the top of the bass, that's the belly. Turn it around. That's it, 6 o'clock, yeah. I mean, I've been meaning it for the last 4 hours. That's better. Thank you.
Okay.
Table.
16.
Go.
Thank you.
Come on, Danny, please.
Not,
How long?
It's not quite there, chef.
Yeah.
1 fish, not quite there.
Yeah, OK. Not quite long. I've got to have a...
1 minute, chef.
1 minute. There you go. Thank you. Yes.
Table 10, please.
Ladies.
Gordon.
How was the bass?
It's gorgeous. I liked it.
Yes.
Was that wild or farmed?
That we don't use farm bass. Line caught.
Right.
And cooked on the skin, so nice and crispy.
I
seasoned
like
with
the
thyme
skin.
flowers.
I think the skin. It really annoys me when I see people leave the skin because the skin's where all the nutrition is.
I know, but I
and
mean,
it's where all the oil is.
That's why we cook it on that, and of course we season it with thyme flowers, and it's really nice and crispy.
It was really, really good. I'm not a massive fish fan, but I think this has converted me.
There was a lot of depth to the flavours. I think terrifically tangy red pepper sauce. Fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. Love it.
OK, Tama. Yeah, Danny. And Miller, quick.
Yes, I'm
sorry. Well done. Yeah. That was a test to push you to the extreme there. You know that. Yeah. And boy, did it feel like you're really on your own there, cooking everything from the endive, pilaf, the bass. That was the race to see who had it together. Do you understand? Oui. Yes. And Danny, I so respect what you said there because you knew one bass was overcooked.
Yes.
And one bass was cooked perfectly.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not good enough.
No.
But you've got to be happy with yourself tomorrow morning.
Yeah, cool.
Because the effort, big boy, was 110%.
Thank you.
And something to be really proud of. Good night.
Good night.
And remember what you did,
Good night,
big boy.
guys.
Yes? Say goodnight to him.
Well done, Daddy.
Now it's time for pudding, and Janet Street Porter's going to attempt to beat me with her favourite fig pudding. I always say that to my sort of fellow contestants, good luck.
You're wishing me luck?
Yeah,
I think with your track record, I should be wishing you luck.
I can tell you've got attitude already, your hands are folded. Are you in a
Yeah,
mood?
my body language is like...
Body language.
I know this kind of dessert's a bit beneath you. It's not complicated enough for you, is it? Not unless you're going to make some chocolate doodly-dar thing on the top.
Just going to be a nice, simple fig tart. Nothing more
Tart?
than
You're making a tart?
You're in the kitchen, so I thought nothing better to do than a nice
You're
tart.
making a fig tart?
Yes!
You absolute slimy I'm just doing baked figs.
No.
What do you mean? Since when did you add the pastry bit? I thought we were cooking the same thing.
It's a fig recipe. You had your baked...
Well, I can give you my word that any women in the audience will not eat pastry. So you're wasting your time. I'm making the kind of dessert women like. Fruit.
We'll
not
find
pastry, fruit.
Right, OK. I'm not going to argue. Not now. We've only been in the kitchen 3 minutes. Cool. Do it, do.
This is a bit of a very easy dessert, which is baked figs, which you just cut up and then you squeeze so they open up a bit. And also, when you buy the figs, you don't want to be buying figs that are too ripe because they'll disintegrate before you even start. Bugger off. Don't put me off. Shut up. Just move away. I'm just sprinkling over some brown sugar.
Janet's doing a baked fig dessert. I'm doing a very, very simple, straightforward fig tart, which Janet thinks is slightly poncy, but it's not. It's just puff pastry, frangipane, which is made out of almonds, eggs, sugar, and icing sugar. We're going to spread the frangipane on the puff pastry and just bake it in the oven for 2 to 3 minutes. And then once the frangipane starts to cook, I'm going to take out the tart and lay the figs on there. In the oven, 2.5, 3 minutes, done. In we go.
Just adding some marsala, which is a sweet Italian dessert wine. You can use it. It's worth having a bottle of this at home, actually, because you can use it in quite a lot of desserts. Good for trifle.
Now, I know you're trying to put me off, but look what's happening now to my fig tart. Pastry's half cooked. Frangipane started to rise. All I'm going to do now is just put the figs on top. That doesn't look poncy to you, does it? And look what I'm doing. Icing sugar and 5 spice. OK, glaze over the tart. Oh, I'm so determined I'm going to win this one, you know that? Huh? Just have a little smell of that.
It smells fantastic. It's great.
Now we're going to glaze them in the oven. How are yours doing?
They're fine. They need a bit longer.
Now, it's quite fascinating. You are a classified foodie, but was it your mum who taught you? Or...
Oh, no, my mother couldn't cook. My mother was a ghastly cook.
Really?
She could only cook... I well, she belongs to that generation where they cooked everything for far, far too long.
Stews.
Sunday lunch. I mean, they
Grey
would
beef.
literally put the meat on the minute you finish breakfast. And then there's that strange working class meal called tea, which you have on a Sunday, where you open a tin of ham and you have the salad, which is a lettuce with 2 tomatoes. Can I look at my figs?
Yes, of course you can.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done. How do you know they're done?
Because they're soft to the touch.
Yes. Are you cooking this for your birthday? We're not allowed to say it's your 59th birthday, are we?
Say I'm 59, and you can say I'm nearly as old as your mother, you're rude.
You are the same age as my mum.
I look great.
So, I know you do. Now, do you know what I'm going to do now? Just while they're coming out of the oven, still nice and warm, I'm just going to glaze it with a little bit of honey. Heat it up, and then back in the oven for 30 seconds. Now, do you cook at home with your partner?
We don't cook at the same time.
Why?
I've been married 4 times, Gordon. I know where it all goes wrong, so I don't want it to go wrong. So we never cook the same meal at the same time.
So that's where it goes
And
pear-shaped.
also, he wants to eat things like mashed potato. I can't eat mashed potato. I'll have an arse the size of a house.
Honey, figs, spice. Have you any idea how much I've got to win this? Eh? You got no idea.
You had to do an entirely different dish to me in order to win.
Hey. No, that's better. Ooh, that's hard in there.
A little bit of a rest time?
Yeah, slightly sort of come down time, yes. How was your sea bass?
It was lovely. Flavours are just not too overpowering.
No.
Just, just nice.
You do quite a lot of cooking.
I do. I enjoy cooking. It's one of the only few creative things I can do.
And how did you learn to cook? I mean, how did you first get involved with sort of cooking?
Do you know? No, I used to watch. Just sit and watch. Didn't do anything. Take any lessons, do any recipe books, just watch how my parents used to cook. And my father used to do most of the cooking.
Okay.
My very first meal I ever cooked wasn't a Jamaican meal, funny enough.
No.
It was sweet and sour pork.
Sweet and sour pot.
And I was 9 when I did that with.
You guys have been spending a lot of time together over the last couple of months. Yes. Was Erin a good teacher? Was she?
Excellent.
Yes.
Patience of a saint.
Show me position 1.
There's no
That's
position.
we don't have that.
Isn't there?
No.
Ask him to show you a cha-cha-cha or a...
Just show me any position.
It's quite difficult. I mean, the first thing, if you try to learn to, certainly when we're doing some assembly, is to try to learn to roll your hips. Yeah?
Sounds quick.
So from
Ready?
here, over, roll, and back.
Slowly, do slowly. Schmuck, you've been doing this for 2 months now. So do slowly and make sure no one's watching, yeah?
You take your foot to the side, you roll in, through...
Roll your hip and go back. Hey,
I like it!
I can't believe we've done that. No.
That looks the basis of a good Latin dancer. He's looking good.
Hold on, guys. Thank you.
Cheers.
Hello, Giles.
Hello, Gordon.
What have you been doing this week?
I've been looking at things that ought to be banned from restaurants. You know, basically the government are banning smoking from everywhere.
Yes.
And I thought smoking's, I mean, I know it's banned in your restaurants.
Have been for a long time.
But it's not the end of the world, smoking, and there are things which are far more irritating in restaurants. So we did a survey to find out what other things people would like to see banned. Welcome to Chez Giley. For one day only, the owners of this restaurant have kindly lent it to me, and now that I'm a restaurateur, I'm going to start banning things, almost everything, the things that annoy me. I don't know what annoys you. For example, people who drink cappuccinos after dinner. It's a breakfast drink. Or ugly people. They just put me off my food. Supposing it was your restaurant, though, what would you ban? The Harden's Restaurant Guide has concluded that people who eat out regularly find 1 in 4 meals unsatisfactory. In a bid to try and improve things, we commissioned a survey of 2,000 people to find out what the public would like to see banned from restaurants forever.
I hate that having to buy a bottle of water when a glass of tap water would do.
The 10th most popular answer was paying for bottled still water. Nonetheless, this year restaurants have shifted 200 million bottles of it.
Bad background music needs to be banned.
Background music is there at number 9.
Women wearing really chokingly overpowering perfume.
In our survey, that was the 8th most popular answer. Can you think of anything else that people might like to see banned from restaurants?
I think probably children.
Do you think we should ban children? Do you think we should just throw them out? Or do you think we should let them stay?
Let them stay.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, banning children came in at number 7.
Breastfeeding?
I think if women want to breastfeed, then they should be encouraged to do it in the window. 6th in our top 10 of most popular answers was breastfeeding in restaurants. But 2/3 of mothers attempt to breastfeed their babies, and the wind is definitely behind breastfeeders. In Scotland now, you're committing a crime if you try to stop it, and UNICEF wants the rest of the UK to go the same way.
If people are that offended, it's up to them to leave. It's not up to me. If my child's hungry and wants to eat, then, you know, to me it's more embarrassing and it would ruin your evening more to have a baby that was screaming.
So if our maitre d', Jean-Baptiste, came over to you in the restaurant, in the F-word restaurant, and said, "Excuse me, madame, we'll have no titine here," what would you do?
Oh, I think I'd probably complain, actually.
What do you think the most popular answer might have been?
Maybe PDAs, kissing, making
PDAs?
Public displays of affection.
5th in the survey was snogging in restaurants, with more than 1/4 of people voting for it to be banned.
The toilets are not the sort of place you'd want to be parked close by, so bad placement of tables.
Our survey says that tables too close to the loo are at number 4.
Mobile phones. People talking on their mobile phones.
One minute. Yeah. No, I'm doing a bit of telly. Sorry, what was that? You were saying there was something you want...
Mobile phones?
Oh. Unsurprisingly, mobile phones come in nice and high at number 3, but women are less interested in banning them than men. What do you think the top answer might have been?
Say if you're going for a romantic meal and you get sat next to a whole group full of people maybe that haven't seen each other for ages.
So what we're basically talking about is badly planned tables, specifically thinking about romantic couples.
Yeah.
Tables too close together. It's our 2nd most popular answer.
One of the most irritating is when you are charged service charge. And then, of course, you get the chit back after they've taken your card away. And on it will be gratuity as well.
So that thing where they add the 12.5%.
Yeah, and then
they bring it back with a blank
Then there's a nice
slip.
little, space, gratuity, and you think, well, I've paid that much, so should I actually doubly pay?
It's our top answer. The terrible practice of trying to make people tip twice is what most people want banned. And you're not the only ones. The trading standards people are unhappy about it too.
We looked at about 95 restaurants across London and found out that well over half of them were practising double tipping.
So what couldn't be done about this?
We forwarded our findings to the Department of Trade and Industry. As far as I'm aware, they haven't done anything about it to date.
Double tipping. You voted it the thing you most want to see banned from British restaurants. But this lot clearly are not going to do anything about it, so we're going to have to. And our campaign begins with you. What you have to do is log on to the F-Word website and name and shame any restaurant that has ever tried it on with you.
You've cooked the non-diet option, and I've cooked the option for women who do not want to have big bums.
Oh, come on. Oh,
I want to taste my juice.
I want to taste my juice.
That is fantastic.
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, God, do you want to taste my juice?
Tastes a little bit like Benelin. Right, John Baptiste.
Benelin?
Up you go. Yes?
Cough mixture.
Nice and soft with a pastry. Delicious. Do you
It's
like
delicious, but it's too rich for me.
that? Oh, here we go.
It smells lovely.
Is it a bit hard?
Is it phyllo pastry?
Well, either that or puff pastry that shouldn't rise. Oh, blimey.
Oh, it's caramel.
It looks, yeah, it looks like it's been caramelised now on the top. They're not too sweet, are they?
Okay, so now we're serving dessert number 2.
Okay.
Voici.
The figs.
The figs are kind of juicier and plumper, aren't they?
I love the juice around it, the sauce around it.
Thank you.
OK, Jean Baptiste, you well?
The winner is Jeanette.
Fantastic!
Again!
Fantastic!
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, no,
What did
sure.
I say?
But what did they say?
You shouldn't take me on. You shouldn't have took me
No,
on. I told you I only played to win.
the puff pastry, a little bit too hard.
The puff pastry a little bit
and
too
they like
hard.
your ice cream, you know, with the raisin and the vanilla.
Do you know my saving grace? I'm actually quite happy to lose to a talented cook. Don't get out of my kitchen, Janet Street Porter.
Confident.
Next week on the F Word, we finally get to eat the turkeys. But first I have to kill them. I don't want them to have to travel before slaughter, so I'm going to do it in my garden. Turkey farmer Chris Frederick has returned to my house with a mobile slaughter unit.
I'm going to take them, put them in the shackle here, and then I am going to stun them. This is the probe. I'm going to put that in its mouth.
Yeah.
I just hit the button and the...
For God's sake. Oh, mate, look at you sat on your perch. Relax, relax. Do I feel any remorse? Do I feel slightly guilty? Do I? I'm not going to have a go at slaughtering myself. Chris is a licensed slaughterman, so my turkeys are in expert hands.
1, 2, 3. Eyelids are coming back. We're about there.
That was so quick.
That's it, done. Just cutting the arteries and veins in the back of the throat there, look. Right there. No obvious discomfort for the bird at all.
Can I just say thank God the girls aren't here, you know that? The bag on this head is for...
Just for our convenience, really, so we're not splashing blood around all over the place.
Sure.
Yeah. OK, so we're going to go on with the plucking now.
The turkeys are staying in their houses, so they can't see what's going on. Ainsley, ready, steady, pluck.
Oh, dear. Ainsley.
OK, here we go.
Oh, Gaza. Let's go, big boy.
Okay. There you go.
Right.
Excellent.
OK, that'll do.
Annie Parker works at Chrissy's farm and has been plucking since she was 6.
I suppose the first time I plucked a turkey, it was quite scary.
Really?
Yeah.
And how many birds can you pluck in one day?
Probably about 30.
30. Your hands they must hurt, no?
Towards the end of the day, yeah.
Incredible.
It does get a bit sore on your fingers.
And it's a lot easier to do it when they're warm.
Yeah, much easier.
Yeah.
Starting off with cold hands can be a bit slow.
Working on the farm, you don't get attached to them, do you?
Oh, no, definitely not.
No. What would you give me as a piece of advice?
Always start from the wings.
Always from the wings, because they're the thinnest part of the bird.
That's right, yeah. Work your way down to the neck.
Yep.
And then just come back up to the breast and just work your way around till you get to the legs.
And don't rip them. So when you first met your boyfriend, yeah,
What do you do? Oh, I'm a mechanic. Oh, what do you do, love? Yeah, I'm a turkey plucker.
This one's cleaned up very, very well.
Hasn't he? One pluck Gary.
Come on, Jamie. Be a good boy. Here we go.
Straight into the shackle.
Yep.
We go.
I'm standing well back. There's 600 volts going through those birds.
Let's go, Delia. Cool dear.
Stunned.
Come on, Nigella.
No.
God, she's so big she can't even fit through the door. The last one.
Yeah.
Why do we use electricity and not breaking the neck?
Well, we find it a much more humane way of dealing with the job.
Very quick and straightforward.
That's the job done for the day.
It's a sad ending, but it's the start of an exciting beginning. Okay. Oh, dear. Finally. That's exactly what I wanted. Stun-gunned, plucked, and ready for the butchers. Thank God the kids aren't here. Enjoying the taste of victory, madam?
I am
Madam
so
Porter,
enjoying.
I bet you are. I bet it's sliding down the back of the throat with the greatest of ease.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's good.
It's
You see,
good.
It does taste nice.
Yes. I'm glad you're happy.
I liked it.
Good girl.
You know.
Janet Street Porter's happy, everybody.
Won't last.
Hi, Rach.
Hello.
How are you, darling?
Very well.
Did you enjoy your figs?
I thought they were okay.
Okay, yeah, nothing more.
Nothing special.
And so what have you been up to this week?
I've been looking at labels and what they do and don't tell you about products, especially when they suggest something's good for you. Most of us would like to be healthy and eat foods that are good for us, so when we shop, we pick up things that fit in with that. But because of our current labelling laws, manufacturers can perfectly legally present foods in a way that suggests they might be better for us than they really are. Take this, for example. It's an officially low-fat biscuit. Personally, I'd imagine that if I bought this, I'd be eating less calories. But what the front of the packet doesn't tell you is that these biscuits are very high in sugar. So these officially low-fat biscuits contain more calories than these, and these, and these, none of which I'd dream of buying if I was watching my weight. Is it just me, or are other people confused by the labels on the front of products? Why would you buy something that said low fat on it?
Because it makes you feel better about what you're eating, really.
Do you think it might be low calorie?
Well, if it's saying low fat, one would assume, I suppose, that the two are linked.
You expect them to tell you the truth, not just skip over the bad bit.
They shouldn't be allowed to have that in big letters and what really is content in small letters.
The labels on many products make claims about their fat content, but the front of the packet only tells half the story.
When manufacturers reduce the fat, often you lose flavour, and they may add sugar in order to give you back that flavour. But the claim that they're making is only about that specific nutrient. If it's low in fat, that's all they're claiming. What's really important is that you look at the whole food, look at the back of the pack, and I think manufacturers could make that labelling much clearer.
It's amazing what the labelling laws allow. Look at this. This is a plain yoghurt with 3.7 grams of fat per 100 grams. And this is a low-fat yoghurt with 1.2 grams of fat per 100 grams. I can add this whole bag of sugar and this still counts as a low-fat yoghurt, which is a claim that the other one just can't make.
Yeah, well, officially that is still less than 3% fat, so that is a low-fat food. But if I were to have just 3 dessert spoons of that yoghurt, I'd be having the same number of calories as this chocolate bar.
So we know what's in here, but if we tell the public it's low-fat, I wonder which one they'll choose.
We go for the low-fat one.
Low-fat yoghurt.
You put a whole bag of sugar in it.
And the law allows me to say low-fat yoghurt, but I don't have to say plus a bag of sugar.
That's wrong.
You look quite surprised.
Yeah, I am quite surprised. Yeah, I would say that was wrong.
I'm hoping that Which can explain the situation to me.
The law on health and nutrition claims just isn't tough enough. While it is against the law for manufacturers to deliberately mislead in terms of the claims they make, there are a number of confusing and contradictory health and nutrition claims out there on the market.
It's not just low-fat. Guidelines on words like light or LITE are so vague, manufacturers can use them to imply a food is better for us than similar products, even if they still contain what's been defined as a lot of fat or sugar. So what's being done about all of this?
Well, proposals are being discussed here from January next year in the European Parliament that will address all these issues, that will give clear definitions and make sure claims are checked. We're calling on UK MEPs and the British government to support these proposals to make sure that consumers can make a properly informed choice.
So next time you go shopping, remember, check the back of the packet as well as the front. Look at all the nutritional information. And if you'd like to see the law changed and the regulations tightened, visit the F Word website and find out how you can make it happen.
Tama, Miller, let's go. First of all, to both of you, well done.
Thank you.
Tough day. If you were in my shoes, Tama, OK, and you had to send one of you guys home, who would it be and why?
So far from day one coming here, I've learned. And I know I've got so much more to go in. You know, it's such a big journey ahead of me, but I'm hoping that, you know, you'll take me back next week so I can learn a little bit more with you.
And, Miller?
I hope you'd send Tama home. I think you'll admit there's a difference from how I was in the beginning. And I think it can only get better. I think I can bring commitment and maturity and just really hard work, frankly, to the kitchen. And I want to do that.
You both did exceptionally well. The person who's going to be going home is Tama.
Okay.
But let me just say this. You're 18 years of age. Even in my kitchens, I don't have many 18-year-old cooks as strong as you.
Thank you.
You did very well.
Cheers. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
I think he deserves a kiss.
Well done, you.
Thank you for watching The F Word. Now, we're on a different time and a different day next week, 9 p.m. on Wednesday. I'll show you how to cook the perfect Christmas dinner. See you then.